Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever applies to you in your respective areas. Today, so far, has been a very interesting day, considering the topic that I'm going to discuss in this video. And the topic is freeing your mind. It's been interesting from the time I got out of bed. I whacked my little toe on the track for one of my closet doors, taking a chunk of skin out and bleeding everywhere. And from that moment on, it's been one thing after another. And I guess that was just kind of an emphasis for me to be able to stay in the consciousness of what we're going to talk about. It was my own little reminder. As I said, the topic is freeing your mind. And that is the hardest, simplest thing to do in the universe. I said it's the hardest, simple thing to do because in the reality of the universe, it is simple. But when you're on this level, when you're playing the human game with all the expectations and all the perceptions that we have in our mind, then we start having challenges to be able to free the mind. Now, when I say free the mind, what I'm talking about is releasing it from all of the stories that we've been told throughout our life of how life should be, how it should be lived, what we should be feeling, what's right, what's wrong. We have been indoctrinated with these stories through society, through the teachers that we have had, through the parents that we have, through the church, through laws that public has created. We have gone through our life believing that these are the way it's supposed to be, that A plus B equals C. But what if we took B out of the equation? What if we went to the simple equation of A equals C? That's where we're talking about today. Relieving the B aspect, who you need to be to live a human life. Now, you can do this and still be in your human mind and your human body. You're still going to have experiences, but you can look at them from a different aspect. You can take out the drama, the expectations, the perceptions, and all of that, and be in the consciousness of the moment of now. The first step of doing this is realizing that everything that exists in your human reality is not a real thing. This is all something that we have created to be in this realm, in the human realm. It is an illusion. It is part of the dream that we are making up to have the experiences. Now, I realize it's very real. I just busted my toe this morning. That felt really real. Okay? But the fact remains that it's only real on this human realm, not in the ultimate reality. So, when I busted my toe this morning, what did I do? Well, I let a few words out, and then I went in and put a Band-Aid on it. Got it to stop bleeding. I noticed it. I saw what it was. And in this case, I treated it. And now I moved on. I didn't go into the drama of crying out for help or trying to get people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. Even this morning talking with you now, even this morning's situation that I was talking about was not trying to get sympathy or anything like that. It was just a statement of what happened and acknowledging that the universe was giving me a reality check, that it is what it is. A equals C. There is no B. I was not being dramatic. I was not being seeking sympathy. I was being hurt at first, but even the hurt disappeared. That's a short-term thing, if we allow it to be short-term. And that's up here. That's our creation. How much are we going to allow that to affect us? So what I mean is this: the human experience, it's real enough for you to have the experience that you require, that you've desired to create. But in the ultimate reality, it's a construct of your imagination. Something that you have created in order for you to have the experiences that you've wanted. Now, when you get really clear on that, then, and only then, can you step away from the expectations surrounding a certain event, the expectations of drama and sympathy and love and whatever the situation may be. Then the simplicity of everything becomes evident, and you can free your mind. You have freed your mind from the process of drama. It is what it is. Now, this is a necessary task while you're on your path to spiritual awakening, because if you don't take this part of the journey, if you don't free your mind, then you truly will never be able to fully step into your consciousness of who you really are. Because you're always going to have that anchor in this reality. And as I said, this reality is not who we really are. Now, you can notice an event and not get pulled into the drama and circumstances of it. My toe being a perfect example of that. Just witness it. And then, in my case, put a Band-Aid on it and then let it go. For example, how many times have you been going through your day and someone brings you a news story that is dramatic? Let's take a school shooting, for example. That one seems to push a lot of people's buttons. They come up to you, oh my God, did you hear about the school shooting in such and such a place? And you, up until that time, no, you had not. You were going along having a wonderful day. You were in peace. And all of a sudden, they bring this to you, and you make the choice to become dramatically involved in this event that happened miles and miles and miles away, that has no personal effect on you, and yet you are now becoming upset, your blood pressure is spiking, your breathing is increasing, you're getting crying or whatever. This is a choice that you have made to become involved in something that you have nothing to be involved in with. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have sympathy for the people who were involved in it, who died, or the parents or whoever that is left behind. Sure, you can have sympathy for them. There's nothing wrong with that. But be conscious of this and keep focused on the reality of the situation. The drama that is currently going on in the Ukraine. Do I support it? No, I don't support it. Do I think it's right or wrong? I'm not judging it as right or wrong. I personally do not agree in the event that's occurring, but that's just a notice and then let it go. I can't go over there and stop it. Why do I want to allow my inner peace and my security that's within me be upset by something that I actually have no control over? Now, I know there's going to be those of you who say, well, get on the phone, call your congressman, da 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 da. We, as a country in the United States, are already doing events and taking steps, and I have not participated in any of the instigation to do so. I don't believe that me becoming involved dramatically and upsetting my peacefulness within myself will change anything that goes on 7,000 miles away. The event is going to play out regardless of your participation. And you will still be at peace with yourself if you notice and then let it go. So, what would you rather do? Would you rather be involved in all this drama, have the heart rate up, be at dis-ease with the situation? Or would you just prefer to notice it and let it go? What would serve you best? That's the question you need to ask. What is going to serve you the best? Now, there's going to be people offering all kinds of treatments and practices that will supposedly free your mind. Temptation will probably pull you into a few of those, unless you're really focused on your path. I'm going to advise you to pass those up. And the only reason that I say that is because the only access to freeing your mind is within yourself. It can't come from an outside source. It has to be from within you. You are the only one that can make it happen. Now, if you have questions about this topic, please feel free to ask. Put it in the comments down below and let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you think this is a bunch of BS, which some might think that, and that's okay. I will answer them or address them. So I am not going to leave you hanging. I am not going to not be there. I told you I was going to be there to assist, and I will. So until next time, peace and focus and be in your consciousness.